I think it is not appearing full screen because I cannot see it as full screen.
So like PPT is not full screen.
Okay, okay. So PPT full screen कैसे होगा? Present window. Is it full screen now? Is the PPT full screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's start. Basic structure of C program. That is the very first topic of our syllabus that we should discuss about the basic structure of C program. First of all, we have discussed enough about C programming, why it is means why what is the importance of C programming, which type of language it is. So basically, C programming is nothing but a very first or initial kind of programming language which was used to do certain computing things in a computer. So basically, a program is written and some task is to be done by that particular program. Then it takes some input value, store that input, processes that input, and then gives us some output. So some arithmetic operations or some logical operations also can be done by using a C program. So I have intentionally included my name here because many of you are not knowing the names of your faculty as you are new, as well as many of you are not attend means you have obviously not attended a single class in offline mode in department. So it will be difficult for you to remember the names. That's why I am intentionally including my name in the slides. So basics of C program means first thing we have to see what is the structure of a C program. Now, whenever you write a program or whenever you write anything, it is having certain structure, right? So you must have studied the structure of writing a formal letter in English language, right? सो इंग्लिश की आपकी जो क्लासेस होती थी उसमें आपने देखा होगा कि हाउ टू राइट अ फॉर्मल लेटर, हाउ टू राइट अ इनफॉर्मल लेटर, what are to be included to from. I don't know whether you have studied it or not, but in our days we used to study these things that what is the structure, or if we frame a sentence also, if in grammar we frame a sentence, so in that case also we discuss about its structure, what is the sentence, how to frame a sentence, what will be the structure of that sentence, and based on that we will put those words in that frame or that structure, and then a meaningful sentence will be formed. So in the same way, C is a programming language, so that language is also having certain grammar, so that if you follow that grammar, then and then only the meaningful program will be displayed on your screen and it will be able to do certain tasks. If you write anything anywhere, right, if I say that school, go, bus, so it is not making any sense, right? But if I say that the students go to school by using school bus, so it is a meaningful sentence now. So if you are only using some words, keywords, and saying it randomly, then that is not going to make any sense. In the same way, the C is a programming language, so that should make some sense to the computer. The computer should understand whatever you are trying to say, whatever you are trying to communicate, or whatever you are ordering to that computer that you should do this task. So for that, we should first of all study about the structure of a C program. Let us discuss about it in more detail. The structure of a C program means the specific structure to start the programming in the C language. Okay. Then without a proper structure, it becomes difficult to analyze the problem and the solution. It is also gives us the reference to write more complex program. Now, basically, if you want to just print on your screen that hello, how are you, then there will be some program for that. If you want to print hello, how are you only to the only if the name of the person matches with Tushar. Okay, so if the person input his name as Tushar, then only hello, how are you should be typed. Otherwise, it should be typed that you are wrong person. है ना? So there are many cases if we try to discuss it in live some application. So if you type the password in your system, then if the password is correct, then the system gets logged in and you are into the system. But if you don't enter correct password, then it will pop up some message on your screen that your password is not correct. In the same way, like if in mobile phones also, the fingerprint sensors are there, the face the face sensors are there through camera, the face unlock features are there, or the pin features are also there. So all these, if that particular password is matching, then you are into it. Otherwise, it will show some error message. So there will be a small, we can write a small C program for that. So C is a programming language which can utilize all these things. Okay. The structure of C program is having that capability to write a program for such things. Now these are the very simple things, but there are many complex programs also, right? If you want to do certain arithmetic operations, you want to get some output input values subject to condition. If you want to means, for example, there is a program to calculate area of any geometrical entity. Any geometrical entity area can be calculated. So for example, if you want to calculate area of a circle, then formula will be different. If you want to calculate area of a hexagon, then formula will be different. If you want to calculate area of a rectangle, square, for every geometrical shape, the formula will be different. And a single program is to be written that you should you should means have a program in which you should be able to specify that which shape you want to calculate, and then accordingly it should take input values which are required for that formula, calculate the area and display the area on your screen. It is a very complex program, and is the complexity is bit higher than whatever we have discussed in first case. So if we know the basic structure of the C program, then it will be easy for us to put any type of program in that structure and get complex as well as simple programs done on our screen. Is it clear? So let us discuss. I have got this image from one of the website, Data Flare. Something is written over here. So basic structure of C program will have certain sections in it. So there are 7 sections given for this basic structure of C program. So first is the document section. Document section, what is having in document section, we will see it in more detail in the upcoming slides. But let us try to discuss first of all what are the contents of these sections. So first is the document section, second is the definition section, and third is main function where the whatever we are performing that is kept. Then preprocessor or link section, the link between two programs if are to be obtained. Sorry. So that can be given in this section. Then global declaration section, if you want to declare some variables, you know, what are the variables, what are the various constants that can be declared by using this global declaration section. Then user defined, what is this user defined? I think it is hidden from this image. We will see it in lateral slides. Then main function declaration section. So we will see it in more detail one by one. First of all, before going in more details about this basic structure, we will see what is C language, because if you know what is C language, then it will be easy for you to understand the structure also. So C language combines the power of low level language and a high level language. Now what is low level language and what is high level language? Can anyone respond? What is low level language and what is high level language according to you? According to your understanding, whatever you have understood to this sentence only. Obviously you are not knowing about the C programming in detail, but from this sentence what is coming into your mind, or if anyone is aware about low level and high level language, then he or she can also tell me. What is low level language and what is high level language? Are you there? Are you all there? Or I am disconnected?
Yes, low level language means where the C program is being used for the basic structure for the computers and all kind of machineries program. I think so from my side. And high level language means working very advanced from it for designing softwares and sites and many more other things.
Okay. So it is written in the lateral part of this sentence also that the low level language are used for system programming. है ना? While the high level language are used for application programming. So it is very much correct. What is your name? Who has responded? I am unable to
Sir
see.
Abhishek.
Abhishek, yes, you are right. So, Abhishek is right that if you want to do certain complex thing, then high level language will be utilized. And if you want to do a very basic things, then low level language will be there. So many of you may get some Viva question on this, right? What is low level language? What is high level language? So many of you are giving some silly responses like, sir, low level language means the language we use for with our friends, and high level language means the language we use in professional world. So that is not the correct thing. The low level language and high level language are different in terms of C programming. If you are sitting in front of C programming external and he is asking you some low level language and high level language question, then you should respond whatever Abhishek has responded, that a low level language is used for system programming. Means if any small system is to be made, है ना, जैसे कि मैंने बताया आपको कि if you want to log into the system, if you want to do certain click and open some software, so that is a system programming. And application programming means inside, if you go inside the application, for example, I have prepared this slide in PowerPoint, so that PowerPoint is a application, and whatever task I am going to perform in that PowerPoint, sorry, uh, I am having some cold issue. Okay, so if you are going to do that program in a whatever task you are going to perform in a application, so that will be a, the program which is written for that will be called as a application program. So it is because such language are flexible and easy to use, hence C language is widely used as a computer language. Why? Another question can be why C language is widely used. So you can respond in this sentence in this way. It supports various operators, constructors, data structure, and loop constructs. Operators means what? Operators means जैसे is equal to, greater than, higher, greater than, or larger than. Constructor means if you want to do certain construction, means if you want to frame certain program in a systematic way, then the constructors will be used. जैसे कि loop start हो रहा है तो उसके लिए curly bracket होता है, round bracket होता है, ठीक है. Data structures. Data structure means how you are going to store the data. That will cover data structure, various types of files and all. Then loop constructs means if you want to perform certain looping operation is there. Means for example, if you want to print Fibonacci series only for first suppose 16 digits. So for that, for 16 type the loop should complete. So that can be done by using this loop constructs. Okay. So all these are there in C language or C programming. That is why we are studying about its structure and architecture and everything. The features of C programming make it possible to use the language for system programming, development of interpreter, compiler, operating system, graphics, general utilities, etc. है ना? So programming can be done. Interpreter means we will discuss it in upcoming slides or lateral parts of the units. Compilers, operating system, graphic means you can also draw lines, circles, and all. Graphic part can also be done. General utilities, etc. C also used to write other application. such as database applications can also be written, compilers, word processors, है ना, जैसे कि मैंने आपको अभी बताया कि PowerPoint slides. So that is one application that can also be made by using C programming. Spreadsheets, etc., can be made by using C programming. That is why we should study this programming language. That is the importance of studying the C programming language, because any high level programming language is ultimately depending on the C programming, because very first the C programs are written for that, and nowadays different other types of programming languages has come, and that is playing a very important role in designing of the other application programs, right? Now parts, let us come back to parts of C program. Okay, I have made some mistake over here while preparing the slide. Yes, this is the correct slide. Parts are to be discussed after this. Okay. So document section. Document section is having name of the program. You can give any name to your program. For example, if you are writing a program to say hello to Tushar, so you can specify the name of the program for saying hello to Tushar. Okay. Or if you are writing a program to calculate area of circle, so you can write here program for area of circle in this place, है ना? Name of the program यहाँ पे लिखा है in this place. Document section. Okay. Then next section is something is written in green, that is hash include stdio.h, hash include conio.h. These are preprocessor directories. So preprocessor. So for example, if you require some things to be done in your C program, so there are some preprocessor which are already defined by doing programming itself, and those preprocessors are stored in C programming language database. What you have to do, you have to call those preprocessor files. So for example, if you want to draw a circle on your screen, so you can write here hash include graphics.h. So that graphic, the file name with graphic will be imported into your program for time being whenever you are going to run this program. So these are the importance of preprocessor. So for example, here some arithmetical operations are to be done. So if arithmetical operations are to be done, then stdio.h and conio.h are the two files that are to be called or imported in our program, right? Right. So then definition section, you can write whatever you want to define in this definition section. Okay. So define max 100. So that hash means you are defining up to maximum 100 numbers. Okay. So some means this program, what is the application of this program, we will discuss later on, but you should see that definition section is to be written in which way, preprocessor section is to be written in which way, documentation section is to be written in which way. Now where we have to write these, that we will cover in other part of this lecture or other part of this subject, how to install this software, how to write these, where to write these. So we will cover that also. Then global declaration section. Here we are going to declare about the initial variables or constant that we are taking. Okay. So you can see whatever it is written here, void add bracket int x 100. So that is a global declarative section. We will see it in more detail, so you should not get confused about anything here. We are just discussing about the structure now, and then we will discuss about actual program. So at that point you will be aware about all these things. Then int main, so that is main function. So main function section or entry point of the program. Once declaration is done, then we are now going into the main function of the program. So you can give any name to the function. So we have given here main function, and then the two brackets, one bracket open, one bracket close, and whatever is inside this main will be can be included through curly bracket start. Then int a100, that is variable declaration. After global declaration, we are doing the variable declaration. So first we have stored 100 value in x variable, sorry, x constant. Now we are storing the value of a as 100. Then printf hello main return 0. This is the main body function, and then function definitions are also given. So if we are doing addition, we have called here, see, void add function. So that what that add function is intended to do can be written in the function definition section, where it is written as void add, and then another curly bracket open. So we are talking here about this add function, printf hello add. So what will be the output of this program, that we will discuss later on. For now, you have to just see what are the various things to be written in the program. Now, generally, we will follow some, means only take some parts from this structure. So we will take these preprocessor directives. We will ignore this documentation section. It is optional. This definition and global declaration section is also optional. We will directly jump to the main function. Then we will write the main function inside this, whatever is to be written. Body of the main function we will be including, and then we can stop here itself. If the program is very basic, if the application program is to be made, then we can go with this function definition section also. So क्या क्या include करेंगे हम लोग? पेन ले लेता हूँ यहाँ पे, ये वाला पार्ट और ये वाला पार्ट. बाकी ये नहीं भी लिया आपने तो चलता है, ये भी नहीं लिया तो चलता है, और ये भी नहीं लिया तो चलता है. This can solve our purpose of writing a C program. So you should only concentrate upon this part. Okay. Only we should concentrate on this part. So let us move ahead. What is in documentation section? You should create an image in your mind about this, and then we will discuss. Please don't worry, I will give you these slides also. Documentation section. It is the section in which you can give comments to make the program more interactive. The compiler won't compile this, and hence the portion would not be displayed on the output screen. इसका मतलब क्या है? डॉक्यूमेंटेशन सेक्शन जो होता है उसमें आप जो भी लिखोगे, कुछ भी लिखो आप उसमें. मैंने बताया आपको, whatever name you want to write, है ना, कहाँ गया name of the program, whatever name you write, it is not going to be compiled by the compiler. Now what is compiler? Compiler is a machine dependent thing which is going to compile your program, means which is going to execute your program. So if you write anything in this part, that's why we are ignoring it. Okay, if you write anything anyway, it is not going to be compiled, but you can include it for your reference purpose कि ये program किस चीज का है भैया, ये आपको कैसे पता चलेगा? ऊपर में जो लिखा रहेगा उससे. So it is the section in which you can give comments to make the program more interactive. The compiler won't compile this, and hence the portion would not be displayed on the output screen. Is it clear? We will move ahead with preprocessor directive section. This section involves the use of header files. है ना, preprocessor files को क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग? Header files. So it involves the use of header files that are to be included necessarily in the program. Means the files which are required to be included and which will be the part of your program, means which will be utilized into your program. You can declare those files as header files. If you do not include the header files, then whatever intended function or whatever intended task is to be performed, that cannot be done. ओके, तो हेडर फाइल ये इंपॉर्टेंट सेक्शन है, इसको इग्नोर नहीं करना है, इसलिए हमने देखो यहाँ पर हेडर फाइल को रखा है ना, हेडर फाइल्स को रखना ही रखना है. ओके, are you with me? Are you means able to understand whatever we are discussing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, preprocessor or directive section. This section involve the use of header files that are to be included necessarily in the program. Then definition section. This section involve the variable definition and declaration in C. So variable definition and declaration in C means जैसे इंटीजर किसको किसको बोलना है हमको, उसके बाद हमें इंटीजर कौन सा है, फ्लोट कौन सा है, डेटा टाइप्स डिक्लेरेशन जो होता है, that can be done in this definition section. Okay, so we can anyway define these things in the main function also, but I think it is to be included. So I think it is to be included, so we will include this section also. Definition section also is to be included. We cannot ignore it, right? So I think it is my mistake. Yes, we have to include it. Then global declarative section, ये हो गया, नहीं global नहीं हुआ. This section is used to define the global variables to be used in the program. That means you can use these variables throughout the program. So global variables definition हम कहाँ पे कर रहे हैं? Okay. Definition section, इसमें global variable declaration section. तो ये डिफाइन भी किया, ग्लोबल वेरिएबल्स भी डिफाइन किए. ये कभी कभी नहीं किए तो भी चलता है, क्योंकि हम यहाँ पे डायरेक्टली उसको वेरिएबल ना बोल के भी उसको डायरेक्ट डेटा टाइप देके वी कैन कॉल दैट. So that's why I think I have not included, but we will consider it now, for now, that we are going to include definition section and global declaration section also. Then function prototype declaration section. This section gives the information about a function that include the data type or return type, the parameter passed or the argument. So function prototype section कौन सा है इसमें? मेन फंक्शन जिसको बोलते हैं. तो इसमें हम जो भी वैल्यूज मतलब हमें प्रोसेस करना है, दैट आर टू बी इंक्लूडेड. सो दैट्स व्हाई दिस इज इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग, दैट फंक्शन प्रोटोटाइप डिक्लेरेशन सेक्शन. तो जिसमें हम मेन लिखते हैं ना, दैट इज फंक्शन प्रोटोटाइप डिक्लेरेशन सेक्शन. मेन और ब्रैकेट ऑन ब्रैकेट ऑफ. उसके बाद आपका आता है मेन फंक्शन. इट इज द मेजर सेक्शन फ्रॉम वेयर द एग्जीक्यूशन ऑफ द प्रोग्राम बिगिंस. द मेन सेक्शन इन्वॉल्व्स द डिक्लेरेशन एंड एग्जीक्यूटेबल सेक्शन. तो डिक्लेरेशन एंड एग्जीक्यूटेबल सेक्शन मतलब क्या क्या है इसमें देखो. मेन फंक्शन में देखो ये डिक्लेरेशन पार्ट हो गया, वेरिएबल डिक्लेरेशन, और बॉडी ऑफ मेन फंक्शन ये एग्जीक्यूशन पार्ट हो गया. ये दोनों पार्ट हो गए इसके मेन फंक्शन के. ठीक है. यूजर डिफाइंड फंक्शन तो वो नीचे वाला पार्ट है. When you want to define your function that fulfills particular requirement, you can define them it in a section that is optional, completely optional. Okay, so you can see it here, function definition, user defined function. तो ये user defined function add जो है ये हमने यहाँ पे पहले डिक्लेयर किया. ये void add मतलब ये फंक्शन रहने वाला है. उस फंक्शन को डिफाइन कहाँ पे किया? सबसे नीचे. ये मेन फंक्शन है, ये जो मेन बॉडी है हमारी प्रोग्राम की. तो हमें मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि दैट वी शुड इंक्लूड सम. कैन वी चेंज द कलर ऑफ दिस पेन? राइट. सो वी शुड इंक्लूड नेसेसरीली दिस ग्रीन पार्ट, दिस एंड दिस, है ना. तो ये वाला और ये, इसके बगैर आप तो प्रोग्रामिंग कर ही नहीं सकते. ये पार्ट किया नहीं किया तो भी चलेगा, लेकिन we are going to include it. and इसको तो नहीं भी लिखा आपने तो भी चलेगा. तो इसको अगर नहीं लिखना है तो void add भी हट जाएगा आपका. और इंटीजर अगर आप यहाँ पे डिफाइन कर रहे हो a में और a का कोई काम ही नहीं है तो ये भी आप हटा सकते हो इस प्रोग्राम में. लेकिन we are here to study about the structure of the program, that's why we are considering all the points. You should not get confused whenever we are writing the actual program. That is why I am telling you that which part is to be included necessarily into the program and which part we can ignore also. Now let us jump to the parts of the C program. तो ये क्या होता है, हैश इंक्लूड डॉट stdio डॉट h हमारे इसमें था. That is this command is a pre-processor directive in C that include all the standard input output files before compiling any C program so as to make use of all those functions in our program. ये हमने अभी डिस्कस किया था. stdio.h ये कंपाइलर का प्रोग्राम है और conio.h ये हमारे अरिथमेटिक ऑपरेशंस का हेडर फाइल है. इन दोनों को हमें इंक्लूड करना पड़ता है. int main इसका क्या मतलब होता है, दिस इज द मेन लाइन ऑफ द from where the execution of the program start. The main function start the execution of any C program. Opening bracket ये जो है इतना ही पार्ट है. opening bracket. Opening bracket it indicates the beginning of any function. जैसे main function था, add function था हमारे प्रोग्राम में. Beginning of the any program, here it indicates the beginning of the main function. Some comments, if you want to write some comment that we are calculating area of a circle here, if you want to, means for your reference purpose कि ये part programming में ये part में क्या कर रहा है, तो वो comment form में हमें अगर लिखना है, so we can write it by using this. Start of the comment ऐसा होगा, end of the comment ऐसा होगा. ठीक है. Whatever is inside C, these and these are not compiled or executed. They are only written for user understanding or for making the program interactive by inserting a comment line. These are known as multi-line comments. Single line comments are represented with double backslash. Printf hello world. So printf is a function. Printf is a function or command which is used in stdio.h. So if you are using printf, then header file stdio.h should be included. Sorry, if it is not included, then what will happen? The printf statement won't work. Okay. So stdio.h में printf होता है which helps to display the message on the output screen. Get ch, this command helps to hold the screen. Get ch means get screen. ये प्रोग्राम एग्जीक्यूट हो जाने के बाद ये स्क्रीन जानी नहीं चाहिए, ये स्क्रीन डिस्प्ले ऐसा का ऐसा रहना चाहिए. सो दैट इज कैन बी डन बाय गेट ch. रिटर्न 0, दिस कमांड टर्मिनेट्स द सी प्रोग्राम एंड रिटर्न्स null value, that is 0. And then closing bracket, this indicates the end of the function and here it indicates the end of the main function. So this is the example, right? So include stdio.h int main डबल हैश सिंगल लाइन कमेंट लिखना था इसलिए डबल बैकस्लैश दिया. ये कंपाइल होगा क्या? नहीं होगा. आवर फर्स्ट बेसिक सी प्रोग्राम इन सी. बाद में आपने लिखा printf hello world बैकस्लैश n और डबल ब्रैकेट सेमीकोलन कंप्लीट, डबल इन्वर्टेड कंप्लीट, ब्रैकेट कंप्लीट सेमीकोलन रिटर्न 0. एक पार्ट इसमें का बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, एक्सेप्ट दिस which is written in this means whatever I have underlined. Hash include stdio.h conio.h इसलिए नहीं लिया हमने क्योंकि अरिथमेटिक ऑपरेशन कोई कर नहीं रहा है, कोई डिक्लेरेशन नहीं किया वेरिएबल का. मेन फंक्शन इंपॉर्टेंट है, हमेशा आपको लिखना है. मेन फंक्शन स्टार्ट कैसा होगा? ये कर्ली ब्रैकेट से. printf ये स्टेटमेंट है जिससे हम प्रिंट कर सकते हैं स्क्रीन पे कुछ. हेलो वर्ल्ड लिखा, रिटर्न 0 और फिर ब्रैकेट क्लोज. Let us see this program in one of the compiler. So I will stop presenting and do one thing. Compiler कहाँ पर है? So let us share entire screen. Okay, so you can see here. Hash include, this is online compiler stdio.h implement printf hello world return 0. ये सेम प्रोग्राम है जो हमारे पीपीटी स्लाइड में डिस्प्लेड था. इसको रन करके देखते हैं क्या होता है। ठीक है, यहाँ से रन करेंगे। कंपाइलिंग द प्रोग्राम, हेलो वर्ल्ड इतना लिखा आया, प्रोग्राम फिनिश्ड विथ एग्जिट कोड 0, प्रेस एंटर टू एग्जिट द कंसोल। तो गेट सी एच नहीं लिखा, फिर भी रिटर्न 0 था, इसलिए स्क्रीन होल्ड किया, अदरवाइज वो लूप में चला जाता है प्रोग्राम। ठीक है, तो हमें यहाँ पे क्या दिख रहा है कि हेलो वर्ल्ड लिखा रहा है, नीचे में दिख रहा है सभी को हेलो वर्ल्ड लिखा रहा है। तो ये प्रोग्राम ने क्या किया, स्क्रीन पे आपके हेलो वर्ल्ड प्रिंट किया। ठीक है, तो दिस इज ऑनलाइन कंपाइलर। इन द सेम वे यू कैन हैव ए कंपाइलर इंस्टॉल्ड इन योर पीसी, सी कंपाइलर, तो जिसमें ऐसा पूरा स्क्रीन ब्लैक हो जाएगा, जिसमें हेलो वर्ल्ड लिखा आएगा, और फिर आपको एंटर एग्जिट करना है टू एग्जिट दिस कंसोल। तो एंटर एग्जिट किया, कंसोल से बाहर आ गया। स्टार्ट ऑफ मेन फंक्शन, एंड ऑफ मेन फंक्शन, ये अगर हटा के देखते हैं क्या कंपाइल होता है। हाँ, हेलो वर्ल्ड की जगह मैं लिखता हूँ हेलो क्लास रन। क्या लिखा है यहाँ पे, हेलो क्लास। बैकस्लैश एन दिया था वहां पे, इसका मतलब क्या होता है, बैकस्लैश एन का मतलब होता है नेक्स्ट लाइन। प्रिंट एफ हेलो वर्ल्ड ये लिखा हमने, उसके बाद में हम लिखते हैं प्रिंट एफ हाउ आर यू, सेमीकोलन। सेमीकोलन इज वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट, है ना। whenever you are writing any command, after you should end that command with semicolon। रन करके देखते हैं, हेलो क्लास हाउ आर यू। तो ये बैकस्लैश एन क्यों नहीं आया, शायद इसको इधर डालना पड़ेगा।
नो सर, पहले डालना पड़ता है, स्टेटमेंट जो रहता है उस इन्वर्टेड कॉमा के पहले डालना पड़ता है इधर में, हाउ आर यू के पहले। हाँ यस सर। सर बैकस्लैश एन सर गलत है वो।
यहाँ पे ना
सर फॉरवर्ड
यस सर,
बैक
स्लैश नो सर अभी भी गलत है वो, पहले बैकस्लैश आता है फिर एन आता है।
तो बैकस्लैश है फिर एन लिखा है, बराबर तो है ना?
सर वो फॉरवर्ड स्लैश है।
फॉरवर्ड स्लैश और बैकस्लैश कहाँ से आते हैं?
सर बैकस्लैश वो ऊपर में है, उस साइड में, राइट साइड के ऊपर में है।
मेरे शायद कीबोर्ड पे है कि नहीं, ये दिख नहीं रहा
है सर ऊपर में
अलग रहता है, आई नो इट, बट
सर राइट साइड में रहता है।
नम लॉक के पास ना।
नो सर उसके पहले आता है वो।
एंटर के ऊपर है।
सर एंटर के ऊपर होगा।
सर एंटर की के ऊपर है।
शायद मेरे कीबोर्ड में नहीं है। ओके, सो
ढाई मिनट तो कुछ आधा घंटा पण टाइम।
ओके, सो let us compile this and see what happens। बैकस्लैश एन तो नहीं आ रहा है, लेकिन ये अभी शायद एक साथ ही आएगा। हेलो वर्ल्ड हाउ आर यू, बैकस्लैश एन का देखता हूँ मैं, मुझे बैकस्लैश क्यों नहीं दिख रहा। हाँ दिख गया, बैकस्लैश एन। हेलो वर्ल्ड हाउ आर यू, ठीक है। सो आई थिंक दैट मेनी ऑफ यू आर ऑलरेडी अवेयर अबाउट दिस, so it is very good। We are going to enjoy our learning and also if I do any mistake, then you will be there to help me, right? So ये हमने कंपाइल करके देख लिया अभी. हाँ. So we have discussed today about the basic structure of C program, in which we have seen what are the various parts, how to compile a C, write a C program in online compiler, what are the various parts, and now in the next lecture we are going to see about features of C language, means how C language is good or different from other programming languages, and what is the importance of that we will be seeing, okay, in the next class. So we are having enough classes because I can see that in timetable I am getting around 4 classes. तो वैसे तो एक ही क्लास होना चाहिए था, लेकिन 4 क्लासेस अपने को मिल रहे हैं, तो अच्छी बात है. ठीक है. So we have covered this first topic today, basic structure of C program, and we are going to discuss about features in the next class. And in the practical we are going to do this first practical development of C program to find the area or the surface area, volume of plane or solid. Okay, so please be prepared for that whenever the practical. I think today itself the practical slot is there, so we are going to do this today. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. If any doubts are there, then I can take it for another 1 minute. Otherwise, we will stop. Please don't leave. I have to get the attendance. Any doubts? Any doubts? Anyone?
No, sir.
Okay, so I have obtained the attendance. You can leave the class, and please be prepared to turn on your screen also in the next lecture, है ना? अभी आपका शायद 4 बजे है. I would like to see your faces. किसके साथ बात कर रहा हूँ मैं? So please be
Yes,
ready
sir.
for that. Okay. And we will do the programming on first practical. Thank you very much. You can leave.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.